traveling is obviously it's part of your work. It's what you do. But what kinds of things do strike you about the place that you visit? Places that you visit. Are you more of a historical or cultural visitor, or do you find that the pace at which you travel it kind of goes by in a blur? What's your experience of traveling to different places?
Well, my experience of traveling is it's sort of immediate. You get off the airplane and you're struck immediately by certain things: the climate, the weather, the temperature, the smells, and the sights of things, the quality of the light. Those are the things that stay with me when I travel. And since most of the time, I don't really have time to get out and walk around. I mean, we have some time in South Africa built in, so I will be able to get out and walk around and maybe go do a couple of things. But normally I don't. So I take it all in from a bus window or a van window as we're moving through it. So it means I look at the architecture and I try to get a sense of what the history of the place is. The moods. I look at the people in the street and I see what do they like. Are they happy? Are they unhappy? You just sort of just take it all in, really.
Most recently, you've been touring Europe quite extensively, and some places that are not necessarily, the Londons and the Parises. What have some of those towns been like that you've recently been to out in Europe?
Yeah, you're right. This is sort of a little more off the beaten path because I'm coming out with a new album in February. So I'll be going back to London and Paris next year. So we've been exploring sort of more of the other off the beaten track places. Well, Russia's interesting. It's going through its changes, and I've been there several times, or like 3 times over the last 10 years. So that's kind of a country going through changes. You can still see that it has great areas of some people are very poor and other people are very wealthy. Some of the surprisingly beautiful countries have been Lithuania and Estonia. Mm-hmm. I didn't know anything about those countries before that, and when I got there, you find this place that's just still kind of beautifully preserved in history, clean and kind of feeling very. The feel of those two countries is sort of a bit more prosperous than some of the other places I've been to.